Power to the truth. This is Margo. This is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, 4:52 p.m. Pacific Time, United States of America. We have new methane data here today. The last time we showed data was from Tuesday, March the 26th. That was a few days ago. And then this morning, CAMS put up new methane data for Wednesday, March the 27th. I recorded that. I did a short video about it and posted it on my Subscribestar page and made it available to my subscribers. And when I came to record my show this afternoon, Wednesday data is gone. Now Thursday data is up. And I've recorded a short video showing all of Thursday's data and going into the forecast period and a couple of different views. So it's a little bit more in-depth video that will be on my Subscribestar page. So we're just going to briefly go over the methane that's here. And then if you want a more detailed report, you can join my Subscribestar page for $5 a month. And you'll get more detailed information over there. So I have it loaded up for the movie. So here's where it ended on Wednesday. And this is the Arctic view with surface level. And so we'll just play the movie here. Well, now it's not wanting to play. Let me reload it. So on Thursday we saw a release from the Kara Sea, and then we've got it building again and then releasing in Russia over here, and then in the forecast period another release into Sunday into Monday. So we're seeing these releases in waves again. So this is what methane is doing in the Arctic from CAMS. This is the latest from CAMS, and you're certainly welcome to go do your own research and check it out for yourself, and you're certainly welcome to do your own videos and your own reporting the way you would like to see it done. If anyone is unhappy with what I'm doing, then you're certainly welcome to go and do this for yourself. So we're gonna leave this as a backdrop. And next I'm gonna go over some news items, but the first thing I want to go over is I left a comment under my video from yesterday, and it says, for those of you who think I'm kidding about the censorship, it's already happening. Our friend Nostradamus from the UK tried about 3 times to leave a comment with a link to an informative video on the AMOC and how it works, but it never came through. Here it is, and it's called Climate Change in the Great Ocean Conveyor. And I put the link to it. It's a YouTube video. And so, you know, if people think I'm kidding around about the censorship thing, I'm not. And I know that they're doing soft censorship on me already. And like on the last 2 videos that I put up, when you go to watch them, the number of likes and dislikes are not showing up. That's one way of censorship. I'm coming under attack from a lot of different sources. I disabled comments from my announcement video on the coming changes because they were turning into political debates and arguments, and you know, that's not what this channel is about. And I never wanted it to be about politics, but people will just jump on the bandwagon, you know, and just take every opportunity to run down this country or that country, when all I say is I'm proud to be an American. And if people can't handle that, you know, I don't want them here. I just don't want them here. I wasn't going to get into a rant, but I'm angry. I'm upset and I'm angry. And I created the page on Subscribestar for our community, for the ones who want to join me over there and to get used to going over there, so that when this channel goes down, and I expect it will, because climate change is coming under censorship too, and not just people who are talking about Jesus and God, but anyone trying to bring the truth to people and trying to wake people up, their channels are going to go away. And this is what I was trying to explain. And so I created that safe space over at Subscribestar, and you know, you're welcome to come join me, and if you don't want to, you don't have to try and leave a nasty comment. And I know that people are over here subscribing to my channel, and they come and they get the information, and then they go, they steal it, or they copy it, or then they go talk shit about me on some other channel, or whatever, you know. I'm just really tired. I'm tired of all the BS. I'm tired of the people who I don't even know who's real anymore. I don't know who I can trust. I don't know who's real. And I think that, you know, at least half of the people over here on YouTube are not even real. And they could be disinformation agents. They could be paid by the government to come in and troll me and other people. And, you know, I mean, this is the reality of where we're at, and this is the darkness of it, and it's getting darker and darker every single day. And I've tried to make this YouTube channel as safe a place as I could for people to come, but in order to do that, I've had to really monitor all the comments. That's why I set them to be reviewed before I approve them, and I look at every single pending comment and decide whether or not it's suitable to be here on my channel. And yes, that is censorship, because this is my channel and I can run it the way I want. And if you want to rant about me, you know, or anything, you can go do it on your own channel. You're not going to do it here. Or if you want to complain about something I said, or anything in the world or anything, do it on your own channel. You're not going to do it here. And I'm at my wit's end. I am just at my wit's end. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I didn't ask for this assignment. All I wanted to do was share the research that I find. And now it's turned into this whole big thing, and it's becoming harder and harder to share the research, and I'm just ready to quit. I'm ready. I think my assignment is almost over. So I didn't intend to get into all of this, but it's just coming out. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And when I hit over 2,000 subscribers, I've just got a few over 2,000, I started coming under more attack. And you know, it comes and goes, and people can seem nice, and you know, that's what spies do. That's what agents do. That's how Satan works. It's just the way it is. So I was going to share some news items, but I'm just not in the mood now. I'm just not in the mood. But I am going to share earthquakes, because it is important that we look at the pulse of Mother Earth. I've got USGS pulled up here for all magnitudes for the last 24 hours. And we've got 296 earthquakes. And of those, we have 42 that are 2.5 magnitude and higher. And we've got the 6.5 that came in up here in the Aleutian Islands this afternoon. Then they've been having aftershocks, and I'm telling you, everything's coming apart. And for people to just want to argue and to keep proving this and proving that, it's just nonsense. And I'm about at my wit's end, and I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore. I really don't. I mean, I don't need to show any more evidence to show how screwed up everything is, and how we're at the end, and how close it is. And I would rather be doing spiritual videos, and I would rather be meditating and talking to God and Jesus and the angels, and I would rather be resting, and I would rather be doing a whole hell of a lot of other things than sitting here every day cranking out these reports, hoping to bring someone else along to open up their eyes. But I'm telling you, time is about over. Time is about over. And I don't think we're going to make it through the summer. I would be surprised if we make it through the summer with what's coming down. I would really be surprised. So we're going to start up here with these big ones. And I'm just disappointed. I mean, I'm not angry. I am angry, but more than anger, I'm heartbroken. I'm disappointed because I put my whole heart and soul into this. This is what I've been doing ever since I stopped doing the implant removal work and let go of those clients. And I'd built up. I was making money doing implant removal work and spiritual healing, and that was a nice supplement to my Social Security, and I was doing okay. And then when I got into this abrupt climate change thing and decided to start reporting on this, it's like I lost all that income, you know. And I do a little bit of life coaching, but it doesn't make up for it. And I sit here watching the methane, watching the earthquakes, watching this, watching that, reporting. 8-10 hours a day I put into this. Haven't made a penny. Just going into my savings, just sitting here and getting, you know, all it is lip service. When all you can do is say, "Oh, thank you very much, Margo." All it is lip service. So I don't even know how much more I'm going to do on YouTube with the response I've gotten from that announcement. I'm about to shut it down. I'm about to shut down my Facebook presence too. So, if you find the information valuable and interesting, you can start coming over to Subscribestar. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to play any games, and I'm not going to cater to a bunch of parasites. And you know who you are. I don't know who you all are, and I don't want to know. I don't care. But I'll tell you what, it's being noted in the heavenlies. Every action, every thought, every word, every deed is being noted in the heavenlies. And judgment is coming. Yes, it is. Judgment is coming. I'm not judging, but Jesus and God will judge. If you don't believe it, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care what you believe. And if I lose all my subscribers over here on YouTube today, I don't care. That's how I'm feeling. I can't wait for all this to be over. Just want to go home. So we've been having activity up here. We had a 4.9 yesterday at 5:58 in the afternoon. Then we had a 4.3 at 5:59 yesterday, so a minute later. Then we had a 4.2 up here a little bit to the left at 8:50 last night. Then we had this big 6.5 come in, and they're calling it near Kiska Volcano, Alaska. This happened at 2:35 this afternoon. It was 19 kilometers deep. But I saw this when it first came out, and they first showed it as two 6.5s, not just one. They showed them as two, and they were 25 seconds apart, and then they made it one. I've already checked this little wave thing. There's no tsunami threat right now. Then right after that, there was a 5.2 at 2:39. So this was 4 minutes later. And then there was a 4.7. And there's a volcano up here. I'm telling you, this is serious shit. 4.7 at 2:46. And then a 4.2 at 4:13. These are Pacific time. And then a 4.6 at 4:28. So I have, we're going to look at volcano discovery for that earthquake. I did have some news items, but I just don't feel like doing news. Not in the mood. I have to be in a better mood to go over all that stuff. Where was it? Oh, earthquakes. Here we go. So here it was, and here are all the ones since then. Strong magnitude 6.5 earthquake, 31 kilometers east-northeast of Kiska Volcano, Alaska, on Tuesday, April 2019. This is the biggest one that's been reported in the last 24 hours. So this happened 2 hours and 36 minutes ago. 19.1 kilometers depth. Here are all the reporting stations. 6.1 and 6.5, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. And let's see if anybody felt it. Nobody's written in that they felt it. Oh, here's one from Russia. not felt from Russia, from St. Petersburg, not felt. And then that's in Russian. I'd have to do Google Translate, but he said he didn't feel it. But it was in the ocean, and the ocean buffers it. So I pasted the wrong link in there. Anyway, there's that. So we've covered those. Now let's come on around this ring of fire. And down here in the Philippines was a 5.1 near Tobolo, Indonesia. It's Indonesia, not the Philippines. At 5:28 this morning, 121 kilometers deep. Then a 4.9 near Sumberanyar, Indonesia. At 6:22 this afternoon, 35 kilometers deep. 5.0 at Kandarin, Papua New Guinea. This happened at 4:01 this afternoon, 57 kilometers deep. Let's see if there's a tsunami warning on that. No, the last tsunami warning is this 6.5. So that's no tsunami warning on that. Coming over here was a 5.0 near Panguna, Papua New Guinea at 4:31 this morning, 60 kilometers deep. Then a 4.7 near Fiji at 1:33 this afternoon, 512 kilometers deep, very deep. Coming on over here in Tajikistan, 4.3 near Rasht Kala, Tajikistan at 7:23 this morning, 216 kilometers deep. Coming on over to South America was a 4.4 near Kalama at 6:25 last night, 129 kilometers deep. 4.9 in Argentina near Yacimiento, Rio Turbio at 6:17 this morning. Now let's move on into Hawaii. We're showing 14 here today, so we've got an uptick. There, look at these three 2.8s all in a row here. Here's another other event. Got those going on again. This was at 11:59 last night, 38 kilometers deep. So look at these in the ocean again. And you see all these little diamonds? Those are the other events that we think could be an underground volcano causing landslides. Now, wouldn't you think that they'd go out and investigate that? When you see all of that, when you see all of those other events, wouldn't you think that someone that in official capacity would go out and want to look and see what the hell's going on under there? I mean, I would. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other events. Are you kidding me? And no one is investigating this and reporting on it? That's insane. Here's one on the land. other event, 9 kilometers south-southwest of Pahala. This one happened at 12:14 this afternoon. And all of these other events, okay, the first one was at 11:57 last night, and then 11:59, so 2 minutes later, and then 12:14 this afternoon, and then 12:18 this afternoon was another earthquake, so 4 minutes. Then other event 12:21, so 3 minutes. Other event 12:24, 3 minutes. Other event 12:27, 3 minutes. This is creepy. Other event 12:29, so that was 2 minutes. Other event 12:32 at 3 minutes. And then the last one was a 1.8 at Pahala at 1:35. It almost seems like these are being created because they were in such a regular pattern every 3 minutes there in that short amount of time. And we saw that before too. It started at 12:14 this afternoon and ended at 12:32. So 18 minutes. Those all happened. Except for those other two last night. But a whole bunch of them happened within 18 minutes. Here's a 2.1. Here's Kilauea. Here's a 2.2 on the side of Kilauea. You think things aren't happening, just take a look. Here's a 1.9 at Mauna Loa at a -3 kilometers depth. That's up in the chamber. When you see that, that is not a good sign. Here's one right on Mauna Kea, 2.8 at 12:42 this morning, 33 kilometers deep. It looks like it's on the flanks of this Mauna Kea volcano. So that's getting on up there, 2.8. Now Dominican Republic, we've got 15 here today. Most of them are 1s and 2s. Here's a 3.8 in the ocean there. Here's a 3.0, 2.8. I'm just going to call out the larger ones. And then a 3.1. See, they're near British Virgin Islands, near Road Town, right there. So those aren't large enough to cause damage, but it's showing movement, definitely. Now let's come on up to the rest of Alaska. So counting, I'm going to count, we'll get the Russian one off the map. Okay. For Alaska, we've got 107 of all magnitudes here today. So we're going to look at 2.5 magnitude and higher first. Here's a 3.4 at Kodiak, 2.5 near Kodiak, 2.5 near Old Iliamna, 2.7 near Anchorage, 3.1 near Cantwell, 3.1 near Arctic Village, and here's Kobuk. It's still clustering. We've got 6 over 2.5 magnitude. We've got a 3.0 3.1 at 0 kilometers depth, 2.8, 2.5 0 depth, 3.0 0 depth, and a 3.4. So now let's look at Alaska with all magnitudes. Here's one down here by itself. Here's a 1.4 near Unalakleet. So here's Kobuk. They've got 29 total here today. And it's been clustering for the last couple of weeks. So the rest of those are mainly mid ones. The last one was a 2.2. So I figured out what was wrong with why my screen keeps going in and out. It's my mouse. My mouse is now malfunctioning. I have another mouse, a new mouse that I tried last night after everything was said and done, and I don't like it. So I've ordered a tracker ball, and that's coming in on Friday. So just have to deal with it. So you can see lots of activity. 28 on the map right there when we zoom in on Anchorage. And see, we got some more in this little cove coming down. Now let's go to the lower 48. We're going to start with this one at Georgia. They're calling it Georgia, but it looks like it's just across the border in Tennessee, but the reporting station is Mountain City, Georgia. It's a 1.9 at 12:51 this morning. 1.3 kilometers deep. And then here's one in the New Madrid zone, a 2.0 near Gosnell, Arkansas at 9:02 last night, 4.1 kilometers deep. Then up here in Kansas, a 1.7 near Caldwell at 5:49 yesterday. Or was that today? No, it's not 5:49 yet. Uh-oh. What have we got here? This is in Colorado. Now remember we saw those over here on the west side before? This one is totally new. Near El Jebel. I don't know if that's how you say it. A 1.8. This happened at 1:36. Not 1:36. 9:36 last night. That is in the mountains. I know where Carbondale is. It's right beside Highway 82. Here's Aspen. That's where people go skiing in Colorado. That is like when you, okay, let me give you a little lesson here. I lived in the Denver area for 5 years, and so I know this area. I actually lived up in the foothills, and this Highway 70 goes west from Denver, and it goes, here's Vail, and then, oh, my mouse is screwing up bad. They don't want me showing this. And then you turn left, and you go west on 70 from Denver, and then you turn left at Glenwood Springs, and then you come down and here's Aspen. It's beautiful there. I've been there a couple of times. It's absolutely beautiful there. And then, so here's that earthquake. And this is a place that they normally don't have earthquakes. So that's concerning. Okay, coming on over. Here's one in Arizona, just across the border from Utah, a 2.4 that happened at 9:53 last night, 1.1 kilometers depth. And then we've got a couple at East Carbon City. They're both at negative depths. We've got a 1.6 that's a minus 2.7 kilometer depth, and a 1.7 magnitude that it's at a minus 3.4 kilometers depth at East Carbon City. And then we've got one directly, right almost at Salt Lake City. Well, it's not at downtown, but it's in the city. 1.7 that hit at 10:36 this morning, 4 kilometers deep. Then coming on up, here's a 1.5 near Malad City, Idaho at 9:11 last night, 9:11. Then a 1.8 near Soda Springs, Idaho at 4:36 this morning. And then we've got a 1.7 near Jackson, Wyoming at 9:44 last night, and a 0.8 near Old Faithful Geyser right up here that happened at 2:12 this morning. And now we've got 1.7 magnitude quarry blast near Townsend, Montana at 10:56 this morning at a minus 2 kilometers depth. We've got 3 at Lincoln, Montana. We've got a 0.8, a 2.0, and a 1.2. And then we've got a 1.0 at Plains, Montana, right up here where my pointer is. Cabinet Mountains. Then coming across to the northwest, let's look at our real-time tremor map now before we look at that. I've got 24 hours pulled up, and here's the Seattle area, and here's Vancouver, and here's that area at Mount St. Helens, and here's down here in California. It's rocking and rolling again. So let's, no, it's not it's Medford. It's near Medford, Oregon. Sorry. To the west, just to the west of Medford, Oregon. We've got swarms there. And it's pretty quiet down here, in just one or two down here by Redding. So the tremors, that's what you have before you have earthquakes. So let's see the earthquakes that have shown up. We've got 1.9 at Granite Falls, or it's an explosion. That's like a blasting or something. 1.9 magnitude from an explosion near Granite Falls. This happened at 11:29 this morning at a minus 0.9 kilometers depth. Here's a 0.8 near Kalama. Here's a 2.7 near Teton, Washington at 6 o'clock this morning. That's getting on up there. And a 1.0 near Federal Way, Washington. Right down here in the water. Let's come on down to Oregon. Did we see that? We saw that Kalama. Okay, in Oregon, we've got a 1.1 near Veneta at 1:17 this afternoon. Coming on down into California. We've got a little one right here near Lassen. That's a volcano. It's a 0.8 near Chester, California at 11:19 last night at a minus 0.9 kilometers depth. So you know what that means. Let's come on over to the Reno area. Virginia City. Well, things are happening over here, it looks like. Okay, we've got two near Cold Springs, a 0.4 and a 1.3. The 0.4 was at 0 kilometers depth. Here's a 0.1 at Truckee. Now, Virginia City is in the mountains. You go south of Reno and you turn off. Just right after you leave Reno. You turn off, and there's a road, pretty much one road that goes into Virginia City, and then when it comes out, it comes down here on Highway 50. But it's way up in the mountains, and it's an old silver mining community. So there are a lot of mines up there. So there was a 1.1 at near Virginia City, 7 kilometers west-northwest at 12:23 this afternoon, and a 0.8 10 kilometers west-northwest at 12:52 this afternoon. It's about 20 minutes apart. Then coming on down into Nevada, we're seeing a few down here at Hawthorne. Well, we've got a lot. Well, they're listing all of these. They're saying all of these are at Hawthorne. 12. That's the reporting station, but there is kind of spread out. And let me just find the largest one. Most of these are 1s and under. Yeah, 1.6. That was the biggest one right there. Here is a 1.0 and so forth. And here's some more small ones as we're coming down. And here's some little microquakes. 0.1, 0, 0.2, minus 0.3. Those are microquakes. Then let's come on down this east side of California. Here's one in Mono Lake, a 1.3 that happened at 10:14 this morning. Then 3 here at Mammoth Lakes, a 0.1 at a minus 0.7 kilometers depth. That's at Mammoth Lakes. 0.8 and a 0.9. We've got 12 here today in the Coso Junction region, including Searles Valley. That's a 0.6. Kernville, that's a 1.3. Here's a 2.5. We're seeing a cluster right over there, it looks like. Remember we had that cluster over here last week? Here's a 2.4, 2.8, 1.0, 0.9, 0.6, 0.9, 1.4, 0.8. So we've got 12 all in this area. So see how they're just stacking up and clustering? That had quieted down, but now that's back. What's this? Here's a 1.7 magnitude explosion near Sandy Valley, Nevada, but it's in California. It's in Shadow Valley. Now coming on into Southern California today. Now see how that zoomed in way too much? Look at Baja. What have we got here? We've got 2 down here. We've got a 2.8 at 1:32 this morning near Guadalupe, Victoria, and a 3.0 right next to it at 1:33. So a minute apart, 2.8 and 3.0. So, see, now my mouse is screwing up as I'm trying to get into all the little details here. So in Southern California, including Baja, today we're showing 34. So let's see how many of those are above 2.5 magnitude. None of them. I'm just going to come on up. Got a bunch. Here's a 1.2 San Ardo, 1.7 Huron. We've got 4 right there. We got 3 at the Pinnacles, 4 at the Pinnacles. Day Valley. Where's Day Valley? I don't even see it. Oh, it's up here. 1.2 Day Valley. I'll just call them off. 1.7 Huron. It's easier like this. Down here. 1.2 Day Valley. 1.4 Pinnacles. 2.1 Ridge Mark. That's a larger one. 1.1 Pinnacles. 1.2 San Ardo, 1.8 Pinnacles, and 1.1 Pinnacles. Oh, we saw that one. That's the Day Valley one. Here's a 1.1 near Livermore. This came in at 9:33 last night. Here's one that just came in, a 1.7 near Byron at 4:47 this afternoon. And then we've got two off the coast near San Francisco, near Daly City, a 0.3 and a 0.8. And we've got 44 here at the geysers today. They're all ones and under, it looks like. I think that's a wrap. What's this one? 2.3 at Talkeetna, Alaska. That one just came in. 452, 117 kilometers deep. So let's see. If anything else came in. This 4.6. I don't know if that was on the map at when we were looking up here. That came in at 4:28 this afternoon. Up here were the rest of those 6.5 and all those. So I'm going to end it for today. So I hope everybody thinks about what I said and realize that I am a real person. I am very sensitive. That's the only way you can be an empath, is to be sensitive. And I don't like to argue. You know, I'd rather not even be here. But I'm here. And until I get my next assignment, I'll be doing what I'm doing. So until next time, everyone go in peace and God bless you. Goodbye.